sharp at 5:15. Looking forward to Shyam and his sister Deepti is going to be helping out. It's going to be an awesome workshop, so take your seats, enjoy, and we will get started in just a bit.
Hi everyone, my name is Shyam and this is my sister Deepti, and she's going to be singing today and demonstrating some of the concepts that I'm going to be talking about today. So with the blessings of my gurus and your permission, I will start. So today's presentation will be split up into 4 parts. First, we're going to have an introduction to the rhythm in Carnatic music. Then we will introduce the types of talas. After that, we will have this demonstration section where we will show the commonly used talas. And then finally, we will have a Q&A session. So yeah, we start now. So here's the introduction to rhythm in Carnatic music. So rhythm in Carnatic music defines the flow and tempo which is interpreted by a vocalist or instrumentalist, which is crucial for the structure and emotional essence. So what does this mean? If there was a higher tempo for a song, for example, there would be a different emotional essence. Likewise, if there was a lower tempo for a song, there would be a, for example, mellower tempo, or mellower emotional essence. So, the basic rhythm in Carnatic music is tala, which is a cyclic framework that governs rhythmic structure. So, percussion instruments such as mridangam provide foundational rhythm in Carnatic music, which aligns to the main artist in order to maintain tara and amplify the emotional expression. So the mridangam, kanjira, and ghatam, and other percussion instruments align with the main vocalist or instrumentalist to maintain that emotional expression and keep the tempo and flow. So in mridangam, we do this with the 4 basic sound words known as salukata in mridangam, also known as ta, ti, and tom, nam. So it comes like this. So as you can see, ta and ti are these really flat sounds, whereas tom is the bass sound and nam is a flat but pitched sound, which is where ta, chapu, and ara chapu come into. So ta is the thick blocky sound, like this, and then chapu and ara chapu are the pitched sounds, and ara chapu is different than chapu because it's played at a different angle, creating a slightly different resonance. Chapu and then ara chapu. There's a slight difference if you can notice. So each beat in the tala framework is called an akshara, and each akshara has these subdivisions called as matras, and matras are also defined as subdivisions of time. So if I were to, for example, play Chaturshyanare Adi Tala, I would be splitting each beat in Adi Tala, which has 8 beats, into 4 parts, like this. Now we can move on to the types of talas in Carnatic music. So Suladi Sapta talas are the main type of tala in Carnatic music, and they're the 7 basic talas derived from different combinations of the 3 main components or angas, known as lagu, tuta, and anututa. After that come chapu talas, which are mostly derived from folk songs and have irregular beat structures with only odd numbered beats. They're also widely used for their rhythmic complexity and aesthetic appeal. So, let's go over the structure of Suladi Sapta talas now. So, as I said before, tala has these units called as angas, lagu, tuta, and anututa. But outside of the Suladi Sapta tala system, we have other angas known as guru, pluta, and kakapadam. And we won't be talking about that today because our main focus is lagu, tuta, and anututa. Lagu is known as the counting fingers after clap. The count includes the clap, so it could be something like this. Or and so on. Druta is a flip after a clap. So 1, 2. And then Anudruta is just one single clap. So there are two factors in which you can render the 7 basic Sulali Saptataras. Number 1 comes Jati. Jati dictates the number of counts in the Lagu. So as I said, you could have 4 counts or 3 counts in the Lagu. There are 5 Jatis that dictate 5 different number of counts in the Lagu. So Chaturasha Jati dictates there are 4 counts in Lagu, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Chaturasha Jati. I'll use another example. Sankirna Jati dictates there are 9 counts in the Lagu. So it'll come like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then finally, I'll show everybody Mishra Jati, which is 7 counts in the Lagu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The final factor that affects the rendition of talas in Carnatic music is Nare or Gati. And these dictate the number of matras in a beat of a tala. So remember how I talked about the subdivisions in each beat or akshara? This is the factor that dictates them. So just like Jati, there can be 5 different nares or 5 different matras, 5 different types of matras in each beat. So we can have 3 matras, 4 matras, 5 matras, 7 matras, and 9 matras in each beat, also known as Tishra Nare, Chaturasha Nare, Khanda Nare, Mishra Nare, and Sankirna Nare. And so we can represent this with certain phrases. So Tishra Nare can be represented with the phrase Takkita. So let's put this together into Aditala. So if I want to fit 3 subdivisions in each akshara, I'll have to fit Takkita into each beat. It'll come like this. Takkita, 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 Takkita. If I want to fit 7 subdivisions, or I want to play Mishra Nare, I will have to fit Takka, Dimi, Takkita, Takka, Dimi, Takkita into each beat. Takka, Dimi, Takkita, 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 Takka, Dimi, Takkita. And then finally, if I want to fit 9 matras in a beat, I'd have to use the phrase Takka, Dimi, Takka, Takkita, Takka, Dimi, Takka, Takkita. And it'll come like this. So there we have the 2 factors that affect the rendition of the Sulali Saptatalas covered. Now we can move on to the 7 Sulali Saptatalas. So going straight up the top of the list, we have Dhruvatala, which has the angas Lagu, Druta, and 2 lagus in that exact order. This can be represented with the symbol 1, 0, 1, 1. When rendered in Chaturasha Jati, there are 14 total beats. So if I were to just put this to you guys, put this to everybody as an example, it would come like this. In Chaturasha Jati, we have 1 Chaturasha Lagu, 1 Druta, and 2 Chaturasha Lagus. So it will come like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is Chaturasha Jati Dhruvatala. But for today's presentation, I will be using Jampatala because it contains all 3 angas, Lagu, Druta, and Anudruta. But its order is Lagu, Anudruta, and Druta. And it has 7 total beats when rendered in Chaturasha Jati. It comes like this. We have 1 Chaturasha Lagu, 1 Anudruta, and 1 Druta. So it comes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, or 7 total beats. So the most common usage of Jampatala in Carnatic music is Mishra Jati Jampatala. And so this is the tala for the basic lessons of Carnatic music. And so Deepti will demonstrate that really quickly. Mishra Jati Jampatala.
Sari ga sari sari ga ma.
So that's one of the basic lessons in Carnatic music. The most commonly used talas out of the 7 Sulali Saptatalas is Chaturasha Jati Tripatatala, which is also known as Aditala. And it has 1 lagu and 2 drutas. So when I play Chaturasha Lagu, I have to play a Chaturasha Lagu and then 2 drutas, and it comes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total beats. As another example, I will choose Attatala, which has 2 lagus and 2 drutas. When rendered in Chatursha Jati, it has 12 total beats. So 2 lagus, 2 Chatursha lagus are played like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then finally 2 drutas. 1, 2, 1, 2. In total, we have 12 beats. So now we can move on to the Chaputalas. So Chaputalas are tuned to a song's pattern rather than a defined structure like Angas, Lagu, Druta, and Anuduta. And they're only odd numbered. For example, we have Khanda Chapu, Mishra Chapu, and Sankirna Chapu. Those are the 3 Chaputalas. And they're represented with 5 beats, 7 beats, and 9 beats. So Khanda Chapu, to begin with, has a structure of 2 plus 3, which means that it can be phrased with takka, takkita, takka, takkita. So when I say this, and I keep saying takka, takkita repeatedly, then a beat kind of forms. So takka, takkita, takka, takkita, takka, takkita, takka, takkita, takka, takkita. That is Khanda Chapu. Then we have Mishra Chapu, which is split up into a 3 plus 4 structure. So it comes like this. Takkita, takka, timmi, takkita, takka, timmi. Finally, we have Sankirna Chapu, which is a 4 plus 2 plus 3 structure. So it comes like this. Takka, timmi, takka, takkita, takka, timmi, takka, takkita, takka, timmi, takka, takkita, takka. So now Deepti will quickly demonstrate how Mishra Chapu is like unique compared to other talas that are, for example, in the same number of counts, 7 counts. So Deepti will just sing a small phrase of a song. So the song is emphasized at the same points at which the beats are, or it's not emphasized where the spaces are. So you can sing it again and you can kind of notice that. So that's how Chaputalas are different than regular Sula Visapatalas. Now we can move on to the demonstration section. So, I'll start off with Aditala. As you guys know, as everybody knows, Aditala has 8 beats in a cycle, and it's also known as Chatursha Jati Triputatala in the pattern of Lagu, Truta, Truta. So it comes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now Deepti will sing a small part of a composition in Aditala. And I will also accompany her, sorry.
I'll be singing a few lines of the Natakurunji Varnam.
there we have Aditara cover. Not only that, she sang the composition in second speed, so that's another thing to note. So now we can move on to Rupakatala, which is a 3-beat cycle. If you noticed on the Suladi Sabdatala slide, we also have another Rupakatala, and they have the same name, but they're slightly different. So Chaturashra Jati Rupakatala, the original Rupakatala, is a 6-beat cycle like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the Rupakatala that is used mostly nowadays is in a 3-beat cycle form. It's in a bridged form. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now Deepti will sing another song in Rupakatala.
I will be singing a few lines from the Charanam of the Kriti Siddhi Vinayaka Manisham in Shanmukha Priya Raga. Raudra Bhava Rahitam Dasa Jana Hridaya Virajitam Raudra Bhava Rahitam Dasa Jana Hridaya Virajitam Rohineya Nujachitam Ivanavachitam
I'll play another arti. So that's Rupakatala cover. Now we can move on to Kanda Chapu, which is a 5-beat cycle. We already covered Kanda Chapu, and it comes like this. So now Deepti will sing composition in Kanda Chapu.
I will be singing the Charanam of Abhayambikayaha in the Raga Kedar. Baladinamadheya prakashinyaha Baladinamadheya prakashinyaha Baladinamadheya prakashinyaha Swashatya
So finally, we have Mr. Chapu, which is a 7-beat cycle and can be played like this. Tak kita taka dimi, tak kita taka dimi. So now Deepti will sing another composition in Mr. Chapu.
I will be singing a few lines from the Charanam of Janani Minnovina in Deepti Raga.
So now we're at the end of our demonstration section. So now we're able to answer any of your questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Thank you.
Fantastic demo, by the way.
Thank you.
So, I mean, I don't know much about Carnatic music, but I know I've heard a tal called Trikal Talam. So it's a combination of like 5, 4, and 3, but 2 5s, 1 4, and half a 3.
Mm-hmm.
It goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1. So is there any like other type of like framework or Trikal Talam, or is it just in this format? Like I was wondering, because in Hindustani music, there's not really like a mixture of 3, 4 different types of tals. Like you can't see it in the framework. So I was wondering if you can maybe demonstrate or play a solo and something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So earlier today, I played a solo in 3 different talas: Adi Tala, Khanda Chapu, and Mishra Chapu. So those are essentially the basic talas in Carnatic music.
Right.
And so in Carnatic music, we only really play the Suladi Sapta talas and Chapu talas. So any of the Trikala systems, I'm not too knowledgeable about. So I can't really answer that question necessarily. But yeah, I mean, Khanda Chapu, Mishra Chapu, they all represent the basic beats. So it goes all the way up to what 18 beats in total. So yeah, I'm not really sure about Trikala. So any other questions? Yeah.
So in Hindustani, we have a concept of theka. You know, in tabla, there's like a simple cycle you play first with the simple poles.
Yeah.
And then the companies can then improvise. Whereas I notice when you're playing, you're sort of improvising all the time. Is that usually how it goes?
Yeah, so our job as the percussion instrument or accompanist, like we're accompanying the main artist, the vocalist. So we need to stay aligned with her the entire time. But we can also make our own improvisations at the time. So special endings, special effects, like fast phrases. We can do all sorts of that. But in the end, we have to stay aligned to the tara and the vocalist and her what she sings, the lyrics. So that's our job. As a
Yeah, so
percussion
a
instrument.
lot of times he's trying to play a rhythm that matches like the lyrics. Like how I'm singing, like if I'm singing something in a slower pace, he's also gonna switch to a slower pace. And some of them match the like exact like nade or the timing of each of the syllables in the song. So it's a lot of improvisation on the way, and they like encourage the percussionist to play for the song rather than just play for the tala. It's more towards the song.
But there's no concept of like basic theka, right? Like a basic bowls as opposed to it's all improvisation, right?
That would be like Sarvalagu.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have this thing called a sarvalagu where we just play one certain pattern for a while. But, you know, in songs it's kind of impractical a little bit because the song is constantly changing. So our job as percussion instruments and accompaniment players, we're supposed to just align with her. So, yeah. You can't really have a certain beat that we stay on to the entire time. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.